Good evening, everybody. It is Wednesday, the 15th of August 2018, and that means it's time for another episode of Ma1ne Snekky, brought to you live on MSP Waves. My name is Poetic Snake, and as always, I am joined by the most amazing main event. Are you with us?
I am here. Good evening, everybody, and good evening, Poetic Snake.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm looking out my window right now, and we are getting one heck of a thunderstorm right now, right above my house. So, if we get cut out everybody, that's what happens. So, fingers crossed I won't lose power and I won't lose internet here. But other than that, I'm doing great. It's wonderful to have you all here with us tonight on MSP Waves. Again, as she said, this is Ma1ne Snekky, and it's main event here with you, myself and Poetic Snake.
That's me. Sorry. I was late.
I always just give you that chance just in case you're going to say it. So
Yeah, I like saying it.
we are here with you each and every Wednesday from 10 to midnight UTC time on MSP Waves. You can find us and listen to us on mspwaves.com or on DLive as well. The MSP-Waves account on Steemit is, I believe, on DLive with the shows. So you can check us out. And a big shout out to everybody who is listening on DLive. And of course, you can listen on Discord as well. We are in the Peace, Abundance, Liberty server, which is the home of the Minnow Support Project, and of course MSP Waves, so you can also listen and chat with us on Discord. Great to have you all here with us tonight. Snekky, what's been going on in your Steam life so far? Lately, I should say, not so far. What's been going on lately in the last couple of weeks? Anything you want to mention?
Well, are you sure you want to get me started about? No, just kidding. It's been calm, a little bit calmer than the weeks before, and that's nice. I'm kind of, going on the summer flow, taking things easier. Still doing my things here on Steemit, join it. But yeah, other than that, things have been going well. Of course, working on a few projects. You got snaked. Um, Curation is still big for me, and yeah, the team that I'm working with is amazing as well. So we spend a lot of time doing that, talking about it, and just having a good time connecting with people. Right now, it's a good time to connect and see what you can do for the platform and how we can keep it going.
Yeah, and of course you're doing You Got Snacked, your curation project, a couple days a week, and I've been helping curate for that, and it's been still a lot of fun going out and finding content to share with that curation project. So if you haven't checked that out, everybody, make sure you head over to Poetic Snake's blog. It's just at Poetic Snake on Steemit. And again, she's twice a week doing curation compilations, so it's certainly something to check out and support some original content. So
Yeah, and next to that, I see him in the room right now, Thomas Robert Gent. Gent or Gent, I'm not sure if I say it right, but I've been cooperating with a lot of people, and this time I cooperated with him, and he turned a poem of mine into an amazing song. And I wish I could let everybody hear it, but it's not done yet. I heard it, and it's amazing. And that's what I love doing the most, working together with others on the platform, combine the niche that you have, and build something amazing.
yeah, the ability to collaborate with people here is awesome, and it's cool that people are open to that too. You know, that they're friendly enough to offer to do those types of things, and like you said, you took your poem and they turned it into a song. So that's a cool way to collaborate right there.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Was so surprised when I heard it, to hear somebody sing something that you wrote. That alone was magnificent, and yeah, I'm so looking forward to whatever comes out of it. And yeah, I hope that more people will do these collaborations with each other, because it's so much more fun if you do things together.
Absolutely. I'm getting some crazy lightning flashes out my window right now. It's pretty wild. So I'm really fingers crossed here that I don't lose my power or my internet. So
I just hope that you won't get struck by lightning.
I think I'll be okay. Here, do you hear that? Can you hear that? No.
No, I don't hear
maybe
it.
there'll
No.
be a big thunder boom and you guys can all hear it on the microphone.
That
um,
might be cool.
yeah, no, it's a great way to interact with people here on the platform. And of course, this show each and every week, just to let everybody know, if maybe you're a first-time listener, we basically just talk about our experiences on the Steem blockchain here and in the Steem community. We've both been here for quite some time now. Poetic Snake's been here for 2 years or more, and I've been here a little over a year. And we are by no means experts, of course. That's not what we're saying, but we've experienced quite a lot in our time here, and we like to talk about it each and every week here with you here on MSPWaves. And we often have live guests on here as well. Coming up a little bit later in the show here, we're going to be joined by the Hive. And he's hanging out in the audience right now listening to us, so he's going to join us a little bit later here in the show for a live interview and just to join us in our discussion here. And again, you can check us out each and every Wednesday, and I do share the recordings of the show on my Steemit blog, so if for some reason you can't make it through the whole show tonight, or if you want to go back and listen to previous episodes, you can find those right on my Steemit blog. It's just main event. I do spell it with a number 1 instead of the I in main, so
Ma1ne.
Ma1ne event, I guess.
Yeah, Ma1ne event.
But anyway, so we're here with you each and every Wednesday. It's wonderful to have all of you here with us. A big shout out to everybody in the Discord chat right now. I see some people saying hello. And yes, Thomas, collaboration, he says collaboration is his favorite part of Steemit, and that is really cool. Big shout out to everybody who is listening right now. Make sure you say hello in the audience chat so we can give you a shout out. Urim is out there with a smiley face. We got the Hive, of course, in the chat. He'll be joining us later in the show. Mandel Sage, Crimson Clad. All right, awesome. Wonderful having all of you here with us today. So we get lucky sometimes, don't we, Snekky, where we do our show on a Wednesday and some kind of change will happen, some news will come out, something will happen, and we get lucky a lot, and it seems to happen on a Wednesday a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like magic. You log in the morning and poof, it's Wednesday and something amazing is about to be posted and we can talk about it on the show. Magic.
I mean, it's totally coincidence, but it happens, and we had one happen today. Before we get too far into the show, though, I do want to play our little disclaimer here, of course. So, Snekky, I'm going to go ahead and do that, if that's okay.
Yes, I will put my fingers in my ears. You are listening to Ma1ne Snekky on MSPWaves. Everything you hear on this show is our opinion only and should not be taken as financial advice or advice of any kind. We are not financial experts or experts of anything. This show is intended for entertainment purposes only. MSPWaves and its owners take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or our guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of MSPWaves. The material on Ma1ne Snekky is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research. Snekky.
I know, I like how your name suddenly got an H in there somewhere, out of nowhere.
Yeah. Maybe we should record it again,
I just want to have that little where you say Snekky, and I can have that like on a button.
Oh, well, I can say it a few times and you record it, so.
I need a soundboard of all the Snekky-isms.
No, you don't. You really don't.
It's funny. But yes, so, okay, disclaimers out of the way. Of course, always do your own research. This is all just our opinions, all that good stuff. So, that being said, what happened today, Snekky? What did we see posted about today by the Steemit blog? Steemit blog is their official profile.
Smart media tokens. They are coming. Oh, yes, they are. In January.
Apparently, that's what this post says. It's called SMT's release dates. It says it was posted 6 hours ago. And yeah, in this post, they're saying these SMTs that I really don't know a lot about. Again, I am no expert in this field. I don't know how any of this stuff works behind the scenes. But these smart media tokens that they're calling them are apparently coming, according to this post. So we'll have to wait and see, what that all means for the Steem blockchain and the Steem community. I'm sure it's going to be huge. They've been talking about this for a long time. I mean, I guess it really hasn't been that long, because you consider how much time this stuff probably takes to develop and all of this. So I think Ned was posting about it, I think, last fall. It was like November. I don't know the exact dates, but it seems like I remember it was like November-ish or something like that. So
I don't know. It feels like forever, though.
Time on the blockchain feels like forever. I totally agree with you there. It's a week on Steem is like a month in real life.
Oh yeah, it sure is.
But yeah, apparently, according to this post, and we'll share it in the chat here, because I've got it queued up right here. Let me put that in the
you're
chat.
So good.
So that's the post right there, and so that says they're on the way, and we'll have to see, of course, what that. Ooh, can you guys still hear me?
Oh yes, that was a loud one.
Yeah. Oof.
That's not a yard sale.
I'm kind of concerned.
Oh.
He says, Rondon says, I heard that. Yeah. Yeah, that one, I could hear that in my headphones, so.
Oosh.
That one wasn't too far away. So hopefully I don't fry all my equipment here. Fingers crossed.
I just hope that you don't fry. The equipment can be replaced.
I have the headphones on, and I could feel that in my ears, so.
Your hair would look cool, though.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Oh, goodness. Do I have surge protectors? Yeah, I do here. I don't think this stuff's plugged into a surge protector, though.
Oh,
is
dear.
The thing. Probably should be. I didn't really think about that too much. Well, fingers crossed. We'll make it through. We'll be all right. It's starting to rain here. It's getting wild, everybody. So this is where I should have the camera set up, and I could point the camera out the window right now, and you guys could watch. You guys could just watch lightning storms here.
Ooh,
all right, so cool. We're getting sidetracked here. Yes, the Hive says steam through the storm. That's right. We're pushing through here. I really hope my power stays on and my internet stays on. All right, so back to the SMT post here. Where is it? I lost it. Let's see. Okay, right there. So they're on their way, everybody. Apparently, they said that it looks like they're going to be testing it in January. It says a mainnet launch potentially in March. And of course, this is all, I'm sure, subject to change, and we'll have to wait and see when it actually happens and everything. But yeah, it's probably going to be a big deal here, because it's going to be a big change, and it's going to be a new way that people can use the Steem blockchain and Steem invested Steem. I would assume, from what I thought I had heard, they would need some kind of Steem power to do this, to use these Steem SMTs. And I don't know. I'm not an expert. You'll have to do your own research on all that stuff as more information comes out, of how they officially work. But I would think that this is going to add a whole new element to this world that we have known. I've known for a year. You've known for 2 years. I think it's all going to change to some degree.
I'm kind of scared, because changes, I don't do well with changes, so I see a lot of frustration in my future, but fun frustration. So I'm looking forward to see where it will go. And just like you, I don't have much knowledge about these SMTs. I have no clue. I read about it, I heard about it, but I'm not, I'm not into it, so I have no clue what will be changing, or kind of scary and exciting at the same time.
Yeah, we'll all just kind of have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, that was a piece of news that came out today, so we wanted to share that with you. Again, I shared the link to the Steem post here in the chat. I can share it one last time, just in case anybody didn't catch that the first time. And yeah, yes, as Graylin is saying in the chat, Ned did do a video on YouTube, I believe, last fall. where he was talking about it. He did a few videos about it, I believe. So
Yeah, I've seen a few.
yeah,
Yeah.
Steemit has a YouTube channel. I think it's just called Steemit, I believe. So you can always go on YouTube and find those videos. So yeah, what does everybody think? If you want to make any comments about it in the chat here, let us know, or feel free to, of course, comment on the show post when this is live. If you're listening after the fact to the recording, possibly, let us know. What you think about this change, and are you excited about it? Do you think it's going to be a good thing, a bad thing? What's your opinions on it? So certainly let us know.
Yeah, we would love to know. Love to talk about it as well.
All right, the heavy rain has stopped for the moment out my window, so hopefully the storm is passing. So getting crazy. No, I mean, this is one of those things that a lot of people out in the community, when they talk about Steem or when they talk about the Steem blockchain, they always say, well, when SMTs come, and then they'll finish that sentence however they do. So it's one of those talking points that's been out there for a long time, and it'll be nice to see what that ends up doing for the community,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And let's see here. I said 1 year, but it's less. Yeah, no. And if people have other comments about that, certainly let us know. Again, like I said, in the audience chat or on the show post after the fact, let us know. Looks like Rondon's doing raffles or something in the chat here. Cool.
Yeah, and they won poetic snack giggles.
See, there you go. Congratulations. She doesn't look impressed though. She doesn't seem impressed.
I'm so sorry.
Rondon, let's run a raffle bot for active or something. Might as well. Big shout out, of course, to everybody who is chatting with us on Discord. We love that. We love the audience interaction. So if you're listening on MSPWaves.com or if you're listening on DLive, actually, if anybody has the DLive link handy, you want to post that in the chat, go ahead. That's a great way to support the show and support MSP Waves. If you want to give that a re-steam or whatnot, that would be great. And if somebody has that DLive link, that would be wonderful. So yeah, you can hear us on DLive.
Yes,
there we go. You can listen to us on DLive. You can listen to us on MSPWaves.com, on Discord. It's awesome.
Always when you talk about that, I become so nervous. Like, there are so many places where people can listen. How many are listening? That's scary.
Well, we appreciate each and every one of them is the main thing.
Yes, absolutely. Even though it scares me.
All right, well, if the Hive is listening, the Hive is going to be our first guest today. Or probably I don't know if he's going to be our first, our last, or we'll have to see what happens here. Do you want to send the Hive? If you can hear us, just say yes in the chat if you're ready to go, if you're ready to jump on the show. He says he's listening.
Yes, and do you want me to drag him in?
Are you ready to jump on with us, or do you need a moment? Okay, he says anytime. Yes, feel free, Snekky, if you're able to do that. All right.
Done.
The Hive, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right, we can hear you too. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I think it's my second time on this show. I was on once for a while with Claiborne.
Okay, yeah, I can't remember. I was trying to remember if you had jumped on the show with us before or not. So, if that's the case, we'll certainly welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to have you on the show, the Hive.
And Hive, that's the same as your Steemit profile name, correct?
Yeah, it's a group account name. I made the account and I delegated my Steam over to this account, so we could have a group account instead of a individual account, so to speak.
Okay. And whereabouts in the world are you this evening? What country are you coming to us from?
Ireland. Always from Ireland. Live here. I've not always lived here. I travelled to England for a bit. I've been to a couple of places in the States for holidays. Other than that, just Ireland.
Ireland. Well, that's awesome. And how long have you been on the Steem blockchain so far?
About 9 or 10 months.
Okay. And so tell us, looking back now 9 months ago, how did you find your way here? What brought you here, and what's keeping you here?
Money. Um, that's basically it. I think most people using the Steemit blockchain, although there are those looking for more high quality stuff and content, we are all using the Steem blockchain for the money. Otherwise, we would use other outlets, maybe.
Yeah, I mean the potential rewards here are a big draw of why people initially join. Now, is that still what's keeping you here, or have you kind of gotten into anything with the community? Uh, what are you posting about? Tell us a little bit more about what you're utilizing the Steem community for these days.
Well, I got into playing poker. I came here to play poker in free rolls. Um, and I won a couple of dollars doing that. So then I kind of see, while I was doing that, I seen the platform moving a bit. So the poker money I had in crypto from other sites, I kind of threw into here, and I built up about 50. Then I stopped playing the poker when I had 50 Steem power. Um, the amount I put in altogether was probably about 220 euros in dollars. That value has since dropped, obviously, so I've got to get back to having that before I can cash out anyway. We are probably just about at that mark now on what we have to in Steem power. We've built up in total another 70 Steem power over the last 3 months.
Okay, so that's cool. So you're saying, what other types of things are you doing besides playing games? Or do you do like blog posts, or do you guys have like what other things are you doing here? I know you're active in some of the Discord communities, right?
Yeah, I'm active in mostly in the Steemit Ramble. Although this week I've been lacking in that. I spend a lot of time over there. They do have a daily show just about, and I attend those whenever I can. The Hive itself, we're not a genre group. We don't promote anything special. We don't really do anything special, I don't think. I think we just find ways to reward members that we have in the group, bring promotions to them that they would not get in other places so that they can grow quicker. Uh, it's anything, any way we can find that we can grow a penny, we'll try grow that penny. So it's that we'll just be that little bit more steam tomorrow.
Yeah, well, that's always a good thing to try to do, I suppose. Are there any Steemians you want to give a shout out to now that you're here and that people might come back and listen to you here on the show? Do you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Well, it would be this. I call them the Steam Ramble Trio. Snook. Probably a few of you have heard of Snook. She's really funny in her videos that she does. Shadows Pub and Artemis North, who both them are a big part in the Steemit Ramble.
Now, what is it about the Steemit Ramble that makes you want to hang out in that particular Discord community, just in case people are listening and may not be familiar with the Steemit Ramble?
But the people there, I find them acceptable, as in they will accept you the way you are. You don't have to try and be anything more. There's no any judgments that's made of anybody is not done in a bad way. It's kind of like it's a positive feedback you get, and you when you leave there, you feel like you've had positive feedback too.
Yeah, I agree. Shadows Pub does a great job, keeping that server going and doing the Pimp Your Post Thursdays and all the other curation things that they're doing there now. I agree that is a great Discord community to find. So if people haven't checked that out yet, it's the Steemit Ramble. And again, I believe you can find links to that probably right on Shadows Pub on her Steemit Discord. And if anybody's got the link to it, certainly put it in the chat if you want. But yeah, I agree. That's a great Discord community for people to check out.
Yeah, I also love going there, mostly to listen when I want to, sit back, relax a little, and still, see good posts. So I like going there as well, mostly during the curation shows.
Although the shows are really good, yeah, I attend the shows so that I'm there for the after chats. When the shows end, the recording goes off and people just chat about general stuff, and there can be some fun had there at those times. And sometimes you learn some really interesting stuff.
Yeah, I like after shows. We should do an after show too, man.
Well, I usually end up having to stay on anyway on Discord because I'm usually writing the show post after the show. So I'm usually here anyway. So yeah, what do we usually do? We usually go in your You Got Snekky server a lot and just hang out in there.
Yeah, true. Mostly we talk about 2 hours after the show still.
Right.
It's just fun. And I can hear you type, typing the post.
Yeah, again, everybody, of course, if you're listening to the show and if maybe you can't make it stick around through the whole live show tonight, or if you want to go back and listen to previous episodes, I do, of course, share the audio on my Steemit blog, so you can check that out later on if you'd like. So yeah, no, the Steemit Ramble, that's a wonderful place to hang out. I see Shadow's Pub has jumped in the chat, so big shout out to Shadow's Pub.
Hello, Shadows. I was just typing something to her and sent her an apple.
Yes. Are there other Discords that you hang out in, or ones that you want to mention that people might not know about?
I do hang out in Snekky's. Snekky has a Discord channel too. I know I seen you there the other day. But Snekky has a Discord channel too. And she does sometimes have spontaneous chats, which I also, when I see them pop up, yeah, I jump in there too. I love jumping in and talking on the mic and getting sharing opinions, thoughts, and ideas.
Yeah, unprepared going in, just nose deep and hello, here I am. What do you want to talk about? Those are the most fun talks. It's fun. It's just fun.
I agree. I mean, voice chat is a huge thing here. I mean, I remember when I first joined the Minnow Support Project, a lot more people were using voice chat back then. And this was, of course, before MSPWaves was created and all these things. Another one is SteamSpeak. I like going in there and chatting sometimes, too. I mean, voice chat is a huge thing in this community, I think, because you just learn so much more about a person and you kind of get to know them a lot better, I think, personally, and that's just my opinion, hearing their voice. What do you guys think?
Oh, I love hearing voices. I'm a accent addict. Everyone else has an accent. I don't, and I love hearing other people speak. Their voice, male, female, it brings this extra dimension to me. Like I know them just that little bit better, and I really enjoy it.
Well, I like it. After hearing my voice back though, I must be the only person in the world who thinks they sound really cool when they hear themselves.
Well, yeah, that's funny you say that, because most people, when they hear their voice on a recording, they don't like it. They don't like their voice.
Oh, I hate it when you play the disclaimer.
That was my Irish humor.
It's just, I seriously cannot stand hearing myself. I really don't. And I wonder why that is, though. But yeah, I don't know. Why do people not love hearing themselves?
It's when you hear yourself talking, when you're talking normal, you kind of hear from inside. You don't actually hear what other people hear. So when you're hearing a playback, you're hearing a recording of yourself, which is from outside of your head. But the voice you actually hear when you speak actually comes from inside.
Yeah, I agree. I hear my own voice all the time because I've worked in radio and things for a long time, and I'm like, I really sound like that. Like, I doesn't it
Yes, you
doesn't it
do.
doesn't register in my head. I guess that it's it sounds a certain way, but I think it's great. I think it's wonderful that all these shows are being created on all of these different platforms. Of course, you got MSPWaves, you've got other Discords doing shows and uh, you know podcasts and all these different things. It's awesome. We have tools like DTube and DLive now to share videos and content and being more than just text on a screen. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that too, the virtual and all that stuff. But I like the human element of it. I like hearing voices. I like seeing their face, all that type of thing. That to me adds so much more to the experience when we do these types of chats and things like that.
Well, maybe we should do then the thingy again, what we did in the past.
The live streams, yeah, I know. Once summer winds down here, I should be home more often. Lately, I haven't been home too much, but once fall and that season comes, I'll be home a lot more often. So yeah, we'll definitely start doing some more live streams, I think.
Yay!
What does the audience think? We always are curious about your feedback here. So the audience, if you want to chime in here in the audience chat or on DLive or wherever you're listening, if it's on a show post or whatnot, what do you think? Do you enjoy these talks, these discussions, these interactions like this? Does it help you? Does it do you find value in it? Is it entertaining? All these types of things. I hope so. We've been doing this show now for a little over a year. And we certainly enjoy doing it. We love chatting with all of the different Steemians from all over the world. We've had the pleasure of chatting with dozens of people from all different countries, all walks of life, as we always say, and it's been awesome. So we hope you all do enjoy these different interactions that we have, and it's awesome that Discord and these platforms exist for us to use. I think that's added a lot to the Steam experience. Could you imagine if people only used like a front end to utilize the Steam community and they didn't do any of the Discords or any of that stuff? Could you imagine how different it would be?
I cannot only imagine. I had it done. So yeah.
I mean, for myself personally, I mean, it's changed my life. I mean, I interact with so many more people now that I never would have talked to otherwise. I do things like this show. I do so many things that if we weren't, interacting on these outside platforms off of the Steam blockchain even, who knows where all of us would be here in this journey,
Oh, I would be so lonesome.
Right? Yeah, Shadows Pub says you can't imagine Steam just being Steemit. No, I mean it would be. I mean it's inevitable that DApps and other things are going to get created on this blockchain and in utilizing it. So eventually more things will come out. But it's just a a weird way of looking at it. Just like, man, what if there was no Discord, or what if there was no DLive or DTube? Like, man, where would we all be? Like, because we wouldn't have networked with each other. We wouldn't have made those connections, those friendships, all of those things.
Yeah, I was so happy when Steemit.chat started, and afterwards Discord. It changed so many different things. You were seriously able to talk with someone you normally only just read the post of. And yeah, I really enjoy it. I wouldn't change it for the world anymore. I'm kind of addicted to both, Steemit and Discord. Steemit, Discord, they go together for me.
True. But if Discord had not have been here, I think someone would have created a downloaded app anyway for people to talk about Steemit in general, where it would have evolved. Because it's kind of, if you look back, it was a necessity for the growth of Steemit, or more so for the individuals on Steemit.
Oh yeah, and there's definitely, I mean, people use Telegram, people use, I'm sure, all kinds of different ways to chat and things too. So it's not even just limited to Discord, but it was needed in my opinion. You're right. And because I mean the community needed a way to interact and to network. I mean, a big part of how you become successful here is building out your circle, right? Your social circle. You want to have people reading your content and seeing your blog and learning about your projects and all of these things. And in order to do that, you need to communicate. And of course, not everybody is looking at all of their replies to their posts all the time. And these chat platforms are a kind of a natural transition towards that social interaction. And it's great that they're here. And I guess I want to just emphasize that we're appreciative of them, you know, that type of thing.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just breathing. Sorry.
Oh, why do you breathe?
I do that sometimes.
Oh, don't do it too often, please.
The doctor said it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's only two other groups that I'm really getting involved with. Well, one I'm getting involved with is the Alliance. It's a Curation group. I don't really trust myself on Curation, so all I've done is I've delegated a few Steem over there just to kind of help out with the voting power. I'm getting involved in it slowly, learning what it is all about and stuff like that. And then the only other group I spend time in is really the Hive, which is the group I'm in. And basically, this is a prototype. If this can work, the same thing can work in the physical world. And I believe it could possibly make changes that are positive for everybody.
Yeah, I've definitely heard of the Alliance and hear that they do good work and whatnot. So yeah, no, that's cool. And delegation is a great thing. You know, if you've got Steem power that you feel you aren't utilizing or whatnot, it is great to delegate it to curators and to people that you want to support. So that's a great thing that you're doing that. People are making some comments in the chat that the audio is a little glitchy. I hope it's okay now. Rondon says it's fixed, so let me know if we sound okay. I am having lightning storms all around me too, so that could be part of the issue. But Rondon says it's fixed, so I trust Rondon.
I trust Rondon too.
Says we're good, so all right.
Yay!
Cool. Appreciate you all sticking with us here. We've had a few rough weeks of technical glitches and equipment failures and all kinds of stuff. Last week we had a really good show though. We didn't have any issues, and so far so good. I made it through a lightning storm today, and we did not go off the air yet. So fingers crossed, we're good.
Yes.
So I think things are improving for us. We're getting better here.
Just don't jinx it.
No, I'm trying not to. Trying to see if there's a rainbow or anything out my window here, because the rain has stopped, so that's good. So
That's a funny one.
Are funny, yeah. Yeah, and so you said the Alliance, you said there was another group you maybe wanted to mention?
Oh, the last group then is just the Hive. That's our own group.
Okay.
If you have any questions about that, I'm sure I can answer them. But it's a kind of a prototype for future projects where I believe we can use the Steemit blockchain, or the Steemit platform, I should say, on the Steem blockchain, to grow a finance that we can invest into the physical world, which can be in industries that are profit making, and we can make these as a non-profit organization. That any profits that are made are reinvested to grow and expand into other industries where we can reduce the costs of living instead of having to pay for the necessities of life, such as energy. Why is it such a high cost?
Well, that's certainly interesting. So we'll have to follow that and see how that ends up working out for you.
Please do.
And we are visiting with the Hive. So so you said that's your group profile name. Do you have a personal Steemit profile you want to share too, or are you just mostly using this one right now?
I'm mostly just stay on this one.
Okay.
I do have Jan23com. That's my personal account. But This project is kind of something that it's too big for one person. It does need a community, and it needs probably people appointed on a committee level to second guess everything I'm doing, so to speak. So it remains a community thing, and it never becomes a Jan 2 3 comp project. It remains in a thing of that this is for everybody. This is not just for one guy to make a profit of. This is to reduce the cost of living for everybody potentially.
I hope I shared the right link.
Yep, that's mine.
Okay, good. Phew.
So yes, everybody, if you want to check out the Steemit profiles, Poetic Snake just shared those in the chat. It's at the Hive. It's just all one word, TheHive. So, and of course, Jan23COM is the other profile. Cool. All right. Well, certainly appreciate you hanging out here with us tonight. Was there any other things you wanted to mention while you're here? I mean, you're welcome to sit here and hang out with us and continue the chat. But were there any other specific, I don't know, projects or people or anything else you wanted to mention?
No, just if anybody has an interest in learning what we do, they can join the Hive over there on the Discord server. Just tag me with any questions and I'll explain how things work.
Okay, cool. All right, everybody. So that's the Hive, and you can certainly check out the Steemit profiles. As we mentioned, you are listening to Ma1ne Snekky here on MSPWaves. I go by the username main event on Steemit. I just, of course, spell it with a number 1 instead of the I in main because I was sort of foolish when I made my username. And she is Poetic Snake.
Ooh, that's me.
And we are live here. It is August 15th, 2018. Man, the summer is flying by. I'm so sad.
I am so happy.
You like the snow, don't you?
Yeah, I really like the snow. Yeah, I don't do summer as well. No, so, and the heat wave is finally over. We had a few days of nice cold weather and rain and even a few thunderstorms. So yeah, I'm a happy snack now.
Yeah, it has been a long, hot summer, but I have a long, cold winter ahead of me, so I'm trying to take advantage of much as the warm weather as I can and be outside and taking pictures and doing that type of stuff. So been sharing a lot of nature photos on my blog lately and videos and things like that. So hopefully...
I love the duckies.
Yeah, hopefully people have been enjoying those. And do you see what Yidneth just shared for you?
Oh, that's really cute. Thank you, Yidneth. She's my ready friend. She's so amazing. We are like buddies, like Snekky and the rat, and we play well together.
I thought snakes though. Don't snakes like to like eat rats though, or something like that?
Yeah, but not Yidneth.
Okay, all right. We'll save.
Yidneth is special.
Okay, all right.
we wouldn't want to lose her. I mean, she has this wonderful voice. I'm like a big fangirl here, so don't get me started. Yes. But yeah, no one can eat Yidneth. That sounds weird, but you know what I mean.
Like Crimson saying, gentle nomming.
Yes.
They're not eating. They're just really cuddling them very tight.
Right.
Yeah. Snacks do like to cuddle tight. Yes, that's true. Some people say it's too tight, but I don't know.
Hugs for everyone.
Shadow's pub is asking is there an outside? Well, I was out there today. I took a few photographs, and I'll tell you, the graphics are just not as good out there as they are in here.
Yeah, thankfully, I've been able to get outside a lot and take a lot of pictures this year. I've seen a lot of wildlife and things like that, so it has been a good summer for that. And I'm, very grateful for that I bought myself a decent camera and that I can actually get out there and take some pictures and share them on my Steemit blog. And that's been a lot of fun. And doing videos now, too, and sharing those on DLive, that's been a lot of fun, too, and I've been getting some cool feedback on those. And yeah, there is an outside, people. Remember that. It's as we talked about last week, it is good to take a break from being online and being on the Steem blockchain all the time and on Discord and all these things. It's good to take a break.
I vote that you will get a hard winter again so that you can do videos about ice fishing again. That was fun.
Well,
I know you hate me now, but
there'll always be ice. It's when it's like when we get ice from November to April. That's not what's fun. I'm hoping since we've had such a hot summer and whatnot, I'm hoping that will mean that we won't get a lot of snow this year, but we'll have to see.
I am really hoping that we will get like a whole ton of snow. I want to be snowed in. I want to build an igloo.
Well, time will tell, Snekky. I don't want to talk about snow today because that just is sad to me.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Snow in England is very cold.
Oh yeah. I live on the eastern side of the United States here, up north near Canada, and yeah, it's cold here a lot. So, yeah. I could be snowed in around like Christmas time, New Year's. I'm cool with that, but then after that, I don't want to be snowed in anymore. So, but that's okay.
It would be cool though. You could live stream like being snowed in.
I'll probably do some more stuff like that this year. Now that D Live is up and running and it's a thing, and we can utilize that on the Steem blockchain, I do want to start doing that more when I have more free time here in the fall and winter. So be watching for that. We'll try to do some fun stuff this winter, and maybe I can do some live streaming. I'll be like out in the snow or something. You guys can chat with me.
Oh, I would love that. I would be so jealous though.
There's a lot of people who are on the platform that say they never see snow and things. You know, they might live in Africa or who knows where, and they're not getting snow ever. So it's fun to share those with people who don't get to see that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You do know that you can get snow in the Sahara.
You can pretty much get snow anywhere at any given time, I guess. But on a regular basis, I guess. And we get tons of snow here, so it's not like just a couple inches or whatnot. We get, like a foot of snow in a snowstorm or more. So
There's certain times of the year in the Sahara, for a couple of months, when the temperature at night drops way below zero, that you can actually, in the next morning, you can see snow on the sand dunes.
Huh. I think I could handle that a little better, maybe. I don't know. No, we have a good time here. There's a lot of people that utilize that and have a lot of fun. But getting back onto the Steem subjects here, let's see. What's on my list
here? See. What's on your list? You made a special list. I know you made a list. Well, I lost the list last week, so I asked you to make a list.
I'm trying to have us have some structure here. A little bit. Only a little, though. We like it. Go ahead.
You do need structure. I keep interrupting you.
I think it's the other way around, but yeah.
Oh. Okay.
We kind of... this show is kind of ever evolving. We're always changing it. And that's what's fun about it. Sometimes we just do interviews. Sometimes we just chat with just Snekky and I. Sometimes we bring a guest on like we have right now. And of course, if anybody's out ever listening in the audience and you want to jump on with us and say hello, you're more than welcome to. We appreciate all of you who take the time to join us here in the live audience chat. And if you're someone who that your microphone's working and all that good stuff, you're always welcome to jump on and say hello.
Oh, that would be nice. Who is willing to jump on and say hello?
Dun, dun, dun.
Is there anybody? Dun, 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 dun.
So we'll kind of bring it up on this subject here. So of course, the price of Steem is down, right? It might be up. It might be up today. I don't know. But in general, it's down. And I've been on the platform since May of last year. And these are like the lowest prices I've ever seen. So, I know you've been here for 2 years, so you've probably seen it. What was the lowest you remember ever seeing it go?
You really want to hear it?
Yeah.
7 cents.
7 cents?
Yes.
Yeah. See, I guess we're doing all right then if it was 7-cent Steem, right? Could you imagine at this point?
Yeah, we're in my opinion, we're still doing good. In your opinion, it's a totally different story.
Well, I mean, to
So
be honest, I mean, I'm not mad about it or whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we were talking about this earlier. So, of course, the price does have an impact, though, in the community. It's going to have different effects on different people. And, you know, yeah, it's Bad Rabbit sharing. It's 88 cents right now. So, um, and that's about where it was when I joined a year ago. So it's almost like we've gone through this cycle now in a year, and we're kind of right back where we started in a way, price wise.
yeah, that's true.
But think about what has all changed in that year, from where we were in 2017. Summer 2017, I feel like was like a golden era of getting all this going. I mean, there were so many people here, so many people were interacting, so many friendships being made, things being built. That's when a lot of these Discord communities first spawned and were created. It's when MSPWaves was launched. All these things were going last year, and it was all the wild, wild west. Nobody knew what we were doing out here. We were all just kind of getting things going and whatnot. And, here we are a year later, and we have all that knowledge now of all the things that we have all experienced, however long you've been here now. But the price is still the same, more or less. So it's like, well, what will you do now with this, with the knowledge and the tools you have now, going forward, right? So we now have, what I would call a better user interface on the Steemit website. It's certainly improved since a year ago. Of course, it could use more things that we all could chime in on, of course, and all have different opinions on, but people need to realize that a lot has changed in just a year or 2 years especially. So even though the price might be lower than what you saw 6 months ago, it's come a long, long, long way. And those of us who were here last year or 2 years ago, I mean, I've mentioned this often. We've done this show so many times last year where I just said, okay, as long as Steam's around $1, I'm happy with that. And we were in that territory for quite a while. And so the rewards you're seeing now are pretty much similar, kind of, don't you think, to what we were seeing like last summer, more or less?
Yeah, I actually went back. I scrolled all the way down on my account because I didn't know how else to do it. But yeah, it's been give or take the same as last year, before the higher prices, of course.
And like I was saying, so now everybody has, similar price in Steam, but more knowledge and more experience. So they know more about these communities. They know about the curation projects. They know that they should be sharing original content. Let's see, what else? They know, I mean, there are things out there, and so there's more tools available to everybody now as well. You have DLive, you have DTube, you have DSound, you have, I don't even know all of the D apps or the DApps. There's so many of them being created now, and those weren't around, when we were trying to do this in the past. So now you have more ways to help create and share your content than you did a year ago. So it's like, so now what will we all do with this knowledge, experience, and tools to utilize the Steem blockchain? And we have lower prices right now. So some people are seeing it as, well, the prices are going down. I'm not going to post anymore. I'm not going to curate. I'm not going to do anything until the price goes back up. And that's fine. That's your opinion, But
is it not a thing of where it's buy low, sell high? This is the buy low time.
Well, I mean, we obviously aren't giving anyone advice, financially or anything like that. So that's, not what we're here for. But yeah, I mean, that would be what you would assume. But some people see lower prices and stuff like that, and they say, well, this is a time to not do it or whatever. And I don't agree with that. I mean, I'm going to still be here. It's like Shadows Pub made a comment, keep on producing content and building. I totally agree with that. And Miguel is making a comment that he thinks that maybe the spammers and scammers are leaving the platform because of lower prices. That's probably true. I mean, I can't confirm that, but I would assume that may be true because it's probably not as profitable for them.
Yeah.
And of course we don't support anything like that. We don't want to see plagiarism. We don't want to see scammers. We don't want any of that kind of stuff. So
No, we don't.
But I know there's a lot of people out there who have, I don't know how to say it necessarily, but they just have different opinions, of course, of where we're at, right? So they say, oh, well, the prices are down, the discords are all dead, no one's here, throw in the towel, whatever. And then there's other people who are still happy, they're still here, they're creating their content, they're doing their thing. There's another segment of people who are still brand new, so this is the only thing they know. They only know 88-cent Steam, and they only know that all these apps are out there already. They never knew what it was like before when they weren't there and things like that. So the sentiment is interesting to me right now, watching and reading the chats, seeing how people are acting and talking, and especially some of the bigger accounts, watching how they're reacting. Some of them are being very supportive in this time of lower Steam value and things. They're trying to curate more. They're trying to get out there and delegate and get projects going and keep things going. Other people are slowing down their delegations and things like that. Or who knows, they might even be powering down and things. It's certainly a strange environment that we're in. What do you think, Snekky?
Well, I can only give my opinion, and I keep posting. Because just what like Mendel Sage say, people often don't realize that the amount of Steam and SP they're getting is still the same. And getting Steam at a low price, if you post for it or not, is a good thing. So I keep producing no matter the payout. Of course, it's sometimes hard to see when you post, and normally you would make like $10 and now you make like $2. That's psychologically it takes a toll. That's true. But at times like this, I really don't look at the price. When I post, I don't look at the payouts and stuff, only for the curation post, because I split it up under the curators and the people who got snagged. So that's the time that I really look into the price, and I feel it because I have to, when I pay the curators, it's a lot less, and I don't like it. I want to, you want to give something in return. That's a little bit hard on me, but that's the only thing. The rest, yeah, I think this is a good time for building, start up your projects, and connect with people around you.
Yeah, and I probably should go back, actually. This would probably be interesting if I went back last year to the videos and the interviews we did last year and listened to our sentiment last year and listened to like our excitement and our, those types of conversations that we were having a year ago, not knowing where we were going to be a year from then. And
we were very happy then.
It would probably be fun to go back and listen and hear our excitement for certain things, and then like, oh man, remember when they did the banner image on our profile? That was so cool,
Oh, so cool.
All those moments, and just checking out all those moments from a year ago, and then seeing where we are today. It's amazing, really. Everything that's been created, the people that are here. We've had some join, we've had some leave, we've had some come back. I've been noticing a lot of people, some of them are coming back now. I see posts popping up in the feeds sometimes like, hey, I haven't posted in a while, but I'm here. And that's a good thing, So hopefully the low price doesn't drive too many people away,
No, it would be rather silent if everybody goes away. We should not do that.
I know interactions in the chat rooms are down a bit, and the Discord servers are slowing down and things like that, and that's understandable, but it's also a time now where your voice it'll be easier for your voice to be heard because the numbers aren't going to be so large, right? So this is your chance to kind of make an impact, to network with people, maybe reach out to some people that you haven't before, and just as we always mention, kind of expand your Steem social circle. This is a great time to do that because your voice will get heard, and it's not going to get lost in the sea of chat because there aren't going to be 100 people in there talking all at the same time. There might be 10, or 5, or who knows. So, I think that's a great thing, that if people can actually get more active in the Discord servers at a time like this, it's just a chance to get your name out there too.
Yeah, I agree. It's a perfect time for that.
And, of course, a big shout-out to everybody that's listening and everybody that's chatting in the chat room right now. I see a bunch of people interacting. That's wonderful. If anybody has, questions or comments or anything that you want us to mention on the air, certainly let us know. Well, depending on what it is.
It's not ask everything.
Right. Well, sort of. I mean, I don't know. Depending on what it is, I guess.
Oh, in that case, I have a few questions for you. No,
No, this is Ma1ne Snekky here on MSPWaves. It's the top of the hour right now. It is 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time right now, which means it should be 11 o'clock UTC time. What time is it in the Netherlands, Snekky?
1 a.m.
What time is it where you are, the Hive?
It's midnight now.
It's midnight. All right. And we're at the halfway point in the show here, so thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We've got one more hour here to go.
Ooh, one more hour.
And of course, if anybody wants to join us or jump on and say hello, just send us a DM. We can certainly make that happen. We're kind of got an open format here tonight. We don't really have any certain structure that we're going to talk about too much. I got a few little points that we can mention. We've already run through most of them.
Oh, really?
Well, there's a few more to go here.
Oh, phew.
So just to kind of round out that conversation. So, I mean, yes, the price of Steem is down from what you've maybe seen it before, but all the prices of all the cryptos are down. So I don't think it's, and this is just my opinion because I don't know. I am not an expert. I don't know. So I don't know if it will always stay at this price. It might go lower. It might go higher. I don't know. But the community is why I stay. I mean, the rewards are a great thing, and they are a huge incentive, of course. But the community is why I stay. These radio shows, the chatting, all of these things, the curation especially. And for me to be able to do my photography and share it with an audience that actually sort of appreciate it, outside of just my, family and friends on other social media. I mean, they think it's nice or whatever, but, I like sharing it with other people outside of my close friends and family, and that's just a great platform for me, in my opinion, to do that. And to do video and photography and all that type of stuff. I mean, I wasn't really doing that before I joined Steemit or the Steem community, and to do that now is fun for me. So it's given me a new hobby, a new interest, and that's the biggest reason. Yeah, that's a big reason why I stay. And so. And Snekky, I think you should be doing more artwork.
Yeah, you're so right. You're so right. I started doodling today again. Yeah, it looks cool. I can share a picture.
Everybody needs to remind Snekky that she should be creating more art. Yidna says yes.
Yeah, it's true. True.
I do like your art.
Oh, thank you. It's getting there.
Ooh, that's cool looking. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it will be.
I'm not sure what it will be.
So.
I like it though. I just like those styles that you do. They're different,
Yeah.
Looks like a shoulder tattoo.
Well, yes, I like to think of them as tattoos when I draw them. That's how I do it in my mind. These black and white things, at least.
Yes, you need to be doing more artwork posts, Snekky.
Yeah, I know, but it's been so damaging hot here with this summer that when it's so hot, you just, I couldn't do anything. So I kind of, left it behind, and then it's really hard to start again.
Yeah, and people, of course, don't want to be just creating art just for the sake of posting either. You want to do it
No.
when the creativity strikes,
Would make me really, really sad if I should create art or drawings or paintings or whatnot just to post. It's not how I am wired. I wouldn't be able to do it.
And shout out to Yidneth. Yidneth saying she's got to get going, so big shout out to you. Appreciate you joining us.
Yes, thank you for being here, Yidneth. And I will be listening to one of your songs before I go to bed. I always do. Everybody should. Check out Yidneth. Is that a shameless plugging?
Yeah, no.
Main?
Yidneth does a lot of awesome content.
Yes, she does.
Yes. And a big shout out to everybody who is listening. Let me run down the list here in Discord real quick. We got Ason Waves Photon. I always get confused because you guys, it's like Ason and then Soundwaves Photon, and I get confused who's who. And then we got Bad Rabbit, Crimson Clad, Crypto and Coffee. Awesome. Is that like the actual like podcaster Crypto and Coffee? I know there's a YouTube show that's called Crypto and Coffee. I'm pretty sure. Denise Angels is out there. And then another Denise Stace. Everybody's a Denise, I noticed lately. It's one of those times where everybody's name suddenly changes to all of the same name. Let's see here.
Aaron?
Yep, and...
Flosen?
Yeah, mention a few more.
Kralen? Crazy Poet? And one Mandel Sage? Menno? Miguel Vargas? Painting Angels? Rundown? Shadows Pop? Sim Girl? Snook is with us as well. And the Buck IQ.
Yes.
That's the whole list. Yes.
And of course, big shout outs to everybody who's on D Live, who's listening on the app. I believe there is an app now where you can listen to MSP Waves, and everyone who's tuning in on MSPWaves.com. So yes, big thank you to all of you who are joining us live here on the show. Again, we are here every Wednesday, 10 to midnight UTC time. Right now, that is 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Main event is my doppelganger, obviously. Yeah. That's possible.
Yeah. Might be true.
Let's see here. So, what else is on my list?
I think you want it to go around the world?
We can do that now if you want.
I don't know. Do you want to do it now?
Sure, why not? So yes, if you're listening right now and you can chat with us on Discord, let us know. Ma1ne, yeah. I always said all the names that start with M and have a 1 in them. So M1, and then we've had other people with an M and a 1 in their name. So see? No, but if you're listening out there and you can chat with us, let us know what country you are listening from. So just put the actual country. The flag is okay, but we prefer if you type it. So I will be right back really quick, and Snekky's going to let us know where everybody's listening from.
No, I'm not. Just kidding. The Hive, who is our special guest, is here from Ireland. I see the Buck IQ from Canada. Kralen, South Carolina. Shadows Pop, also Ontario, Canada. Mandel Sage, Brazil. Crazy Poet is from Cali, USA. Anya is from Michigan. Painting Angels is in USA, Tennessee. Miguel Vargas is from Venezuela. Denise Stace is from America. And Mando is from Djibouti. Okay. Wow, Djibouti. I want to be there too. Snook is joining us from Wisconsin. Wow, so many different places. Maine, of course, is in Maine, USA. I am from the Netherlands, and I'm hoping that main event is back by now. Not sure. He's not talking. The Hive, are you still with me?
Sorry, I was typing out my little joke.
Oh, are you sharing your Irish humor with us?
Yeah, I thought it would make better sense when I type it than when I say it.
Oh, and now we're all in Narnia. I love to be in Narnia. I want to be in Narnia right now. Yes, I want to have a closet like that.
So where's everybody from anyway?
Oh,
Canada?
they're from all over the place. Didn't you listen?
I did not. I was not here. I had to step away for a moment, but I am back.
Venezuela and a whole lot of different countries.
Awesome.
A lot from the USA, though.
Someday we'll compile the list of all the different countries that people have listened to us from. It would be cool to see a map.
Look at that. Look at that. Free Snow Steppy. I like it.
Yeah, that's your kind of snack right there.
Yes. How cute is that? Thank you, M1. That looks amazing.
So, hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully you're all sticking with us here through these lower prices in the Steem token and all that stuff that goes along with that. But, hopefully things are going okay. So, we appreciate you being here.
I do say, mind where you walk, old chap. Okay, yes. Sorry, I had to say it.
The memes are getting good in the chat right now.
Yes, they are.
So,
I just like.
Oh, go ahead. Yes.
I'd just like to say howdy, Snook. Mentioned Snook earlier on, and she popped in.
Yes, we got a Snook shout out earlier. I asked Hive if he had some Steemians he wanted to give a shout out to, and Snook was definitely one of them. So yes, big shout out to Snook.
And check out her show, Pants Are Optional.
That's right. I forgot about that show name. That's right. That's a good one.
Yes, I like saying it.
Be prepared to laugh.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's awesome. So, just kind of expanding on how things are going right now and things like that. What does everybody think about curation in this environment? So we've got lower prices. Votes aren't necessarily worth as much now. Do you think curation is still important in this environment, or do you think it's less important and maybe people should focus on posting more instead of necessarily curating more? If that's, some people are necessarily like full-time curators, they do some posting and whatnot, but they do more of like voting and replying and doing compilations and things like that, so they're actually a curator. And then some people are more content creators. What does everybody think about curation in this particular environment? I've gotten mixed opinions about this from different people. And I was surprised at some of the opinions, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
Some people who, that were real big on curation in the past have kind of dialed it back. And aren't doing it as much, and they have their reasons for that. They've said it's not as important. It's more important to build your stake right now and things like that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, because to me as a curator, I would think it would be more important at times like this, when prices are down, when sentiment is down, to have the community rallying to really try to be out there a little more than they normally would be, because it's not a time to be complacent, I guess. If you're a true person who believes in this platform and this blockchain and what we're doing here, and even in your own blog, you want this thing to survive, right? So what role does curation play, in this environment?
Well, I like to think it's a big play. It can bring a lot right now. Of course, like you said, even the votes are not as big. I do a curation project, and for me, the vote is nothing to focus on. It would be cool if my vote would be a little bit bigger, because as a curator and a project leader, I would like to support people in that way as well. But I like the exposure that comes with it. If you do curation compilation posts, people getting more eyes on their posts, on their accounts. They are able to make more connections through that. It makes people feel that they are still being seen. Of course, like one curation project cannot ever cover all the posts. So I would like to say, come on with this curation projects, build them, build them, build them. I would like to see more. I keep curating because I like to still be active in that way. And I like to bring that joy that people still know that their posts are being seen and shared and appreciated.
Hive, do you want to comment on the what curation kind of means to you on the Steem blockchain?
Yeah, just a quick hi to Artemis Norton Engine with E2, both I gave a shout out to earlier. Curating, I don't think why anything should change. The objective of what you're doing has not changed. Only the reward value has changed. The reward amount stayed the same, the reward value dropped. But you should still be doing the same you were doing before, trying to build your community the way you were building it. That will grow your Steam power. Well, you can do that through the curating. There's only one thing I would change in curating, and that's I would divide it into two sections where you have some people going out looking for this really good quality. A lot of time it ends up going through the same sets of people all the time. It might not be noticed, but it does happen because a limited amount of people have a limited circle they move in. I can accept that. But I do think for where the quality is not there and the content is not there on a lot of posts, there should be a set of people going around too, commenting on them posts, saying to people, listen, I like what you're trying to say, but how you're putting it across is not done very well. Blah, blah, blah. Some suggestions, blah, blah, blah. Thank you from whatever group. And I think that would encourage or enable the ability for a higher level of quality content on the platform. There is some people who do curation out there who are starting new projects, like over at the Writers Block. They're starting new things and they're starting their own platform, which I think will be a good thing. That will bring people who just want to read stuff over to the platform. They don't want to be sifting through all the bollocks and stuff that I write that they have no interest in at all. They just want to read somebody's stories. So, and that'll be a good way because it'll bring people who just want to read over to the Steemit platform too, and they will create accounts probably to buy some books from these people. So there is things out there that are being done totally positive, but I think some things are not seen and they need to be looked at in generating a higher level of quality from the people who are doing stuff totally wrong.
Yeah, and one thing that you mentioned too that I totally agree with is, just because the value of the rewards is lower, that doesn't mean you should stop curating or stop, giving feedback and things. I have seen that sentiment from some people. They say, well, the rewards we could give before were X dollars and now it's only $2 or whatever, and it's not worth it or whatever. It's not going to incentivize people to stay here or whatever. And I don't completely agree with that because there's a lot of times where I can remember when I was first getting going, as long as I made like 10 cents a post, I was like, yeah, that's more than I would have made on other social media. So, and of course some people might not earn rewards. We always got to remind people of that. It's not guaranteed that you're going to get rewards here, but the few that you could get, and when you do get them, it's awesome. And it's expectations, I guess, is a big thing. If you expect to always earn $10 every post and you suddenly are only earning $1 every post, and that upsets you, well, then that's a different situation. But I don't think that the curators, though, should be looking at it as that, oh, my vote is suddenly only worth 30 cents when it was worth $1 6 months ago or whatever. I think you should still be curating, because like you both mentioned, when people know that you're reading their content, you're leaving them good feedback, or even just saying hello, hey, I read your blog and I liked it, that's nice, versus getting no replies on a post or something like that. So curation, I think, is a really big thing. We mentioned last week that I was trying to promote people trying to leave 5 replies a day on people's posts. I'll admit I haven't had a chance to do that every single day, because of course I've been away a lot and things, but I try to post and give replies as often as I can, especially to people leaving replies on my posts. Just things like that we can all do, that are simple, that don't cost any money. You just go out there and give some actual feedback. The other thing that you mentioned that was awesome, and I guess I really hadn't really thought of it in that sense before, is having people that are going to curate and, of course, go out and reward the good content. But then there might be eventually a need for curators who are going out and giving feedback on the posts that maybe aren't so great. And, and of course it's subjective, right? So some people might say, well, a meme with no text is okay. And then someone else might say, well, that's not a good post, or it's not quality content, or whatever. If someone was leaving a comment, though, and saying, hey, we would like it if you did more with this post, how would that get taken, do you think? Do you think some people would get offended? Would they get upset? Would that start flag wars? I don't know. But I think there are a lot of people who use the platform and they're new or whatnot, and they don't understand the kind of the subculture here of quality content. They think that they can use this just like their other social media and just share whatever they want. They can share YouTube videos, and that's not the case. I mean, we don't want to see that. We want to see original content. So
yes, original only.
It's tough, and that's our opinion too. There's gonna be people who are gonna argue that and say, well, no, it should be whatever people want, because it's freedom, and that's the point of the blockchain and all that stuff. I don't know.
Well, I think it's the point of a social platform. If you build a social platform, you should expect that every aspect of a social platform will be there, including memes with no text. But again, that's my opinion.
The value of the advice can outweigh the value of the financial reward.
Yeah, because if somebody doesn't know that when they share their one photo of their dinner and they say, this is what I had for dinner, and they don't get any upvotes, well, maybe you should talk about, okay, did you cook that meal? How did you prepare the meal? Show some photos of that. What were your thoughts when you were doing it? Expand the post into something that's more of a blog versus just throwing one picture up there. I mean, I do photography, just, I'm amateur photographer. I try to at least put something with my pictures when I share them. I don't just share one photo and say, okay, here it is. I try to put some description of what I was doing that day, what was going through my mind, that type of thing. So maybe feedback like that might be good for people, but again, I don't know how they'll take that, though, would be the thing. But, it's human nature.
Yeah, there was somebody was saying in the chat room there about the threshold vote, and below 2 cents you don't get paid. There is a bot out there that will pay you for them. If you pay it $1 and you get 71 votes of 2.6 to 3.6 cents. So on the 4th or 5th day, if your post has not raised up that amount, or your comment, it will vote on it and bring it to a payout threshold. That's at Dust Sweeper.
Yeah, I mean, bid bots, everybody has their opinions about the bid bots. Some people like them, some people don't like them. I personally have never used them. It's not that against them, I guess. It's just I just personally haven't done that, and I've gone so long without doing it that at this point I feel like it's something I can stand on and say, well, I just haven't used them and whatever. But I have no problem with other people using them though too.
I have no problems with bitbots. I have problems with the abuse of the bitbots.
That's not actually a bid bot. It's a set. And even when the price has dropped, there's still rewards at the same level. You pay the dollar, you're getting this amount. And that was when the price was over the dollar. You're still getting that now, still the same.
Well, we don't want to speak for that. I don't want to speak on the details of it or whatnot, just because, but there are lots of different tools out there for people to utilize, I guess is the point we're trying to say. That I just wanted to get that out there, that obviously we don't want to be stating, facts that aren't true or whatnot. But, there are things that people can use out here to help them, and it's, I guess, to sort of circle back here to kind of bring this into context. So we're talking about curation. We're talking about a lot of things, quality content, what people can do here on the platform. We all know that, the value of the rewards is lower right now. That's just the fact. And so some people have to kind of decide, are they going to stay? Are they going to continue their projects? Are they going to continue curating? Are they going to continue their shows, their whatever they're doing here currently? People kind of have to decide, are they here? Are they going to hodl? Are they going to what are they going to do? And it's okay if you decide you don't want to stay or you need a break or any of these things. But those of us who want to stay, what can we do to kind of help the community, to help the users have a better experience while they're here and things like that? And I think curation is a big deal. I mean, if people aren't voting and people aren't replying and aren't re-steaming and doing all these things, why are we here, I guess? Are we only going to post for our own, to read it ourselves? I mean, that's not going to work. The other thing we always mention, I mean, everybody can't only be a creator here either. There's got to be people who are going to consume the content. They can't just only be creators. It works both ways. And maybe having some people going out and giving some feedback would be a good thing. That might be an interesting initiative for people to look into if they aren't wanting to do actual curation, is just giving feedback to all these posts. Because, oh my goodness, I do the curation in the Introduce Yourself tag for Minnow Support Project.
Bless you.
I do that each and every week. On Thursday nights, I sit and I go through that tag. And I cannot tell you some of the stuff I find in that. I probably would have a much more entertaining compilation if I showed you all the posts that were in that tag that have absolutely nothing to do with introducing yourself or anything of the sort.
I always have to laugh so hard when you talk about it.
It's so funny. I mean, I find some good ones eventually. I find 5 every week. And it's a struggle because there's so many that are just, you would be amazed at some of the stuff you see in that tag. But maybe if I was actually going in and leaving comments saying, hey, this has nothing to do with introducing yourself, please don't use this tag. But is that my place to do that? I don't know. But, if there
Didn't we try that?
If there was a group of people, though, that were doing that and maybe being supported or something somehow, I don't know. Maybe that would be helpful. I don't know. I mean, there's obviously the things like the cheetah bot that are out there catching, plagiarism and that type of thing. But what about the posts that are the not so great posts? I mean, people have their own adjective or whatever they like to use for that.
Poopy posts? I'm trying to keep it clean.
And, people have their own opinions on quality of content. So maybe there needs to be some people that, the meh posts, like Mandel Sage says, the ones that are kind of like, isn't so great. Because I know that as curators, we do try to reward and help the quality content, the so-called undervalued content. That was always the phrase for the last year anyway, as a curator that we seem to follow, was the undervalued authors or the undervalued creators, which means they're creating things and not being quote unquote sufficiently rewarded in our opinion. But what about helping the people that maybe need it the most, the people who aren't creating the quality content but would like to, but maybe they just aren't aware of what they're doing wrong? I don't know. That's an interesting subject.
For those you were saying who might not want the feedback, you can start off with, if you have a group formed, obviously, with a whitelist. Everybody's name is in the whitelist. You can put a little line at the bottom of your comment saying, if you wish to no longer receive advice from us on your posts, tag us or message us, and you can have that name removed. So any post then they make, you won't go comment on.
Sure. Yeah, something like that could work. Yeah. Yep. It's something to think about, and it's something, if people are out there looking for ideas for things to help out the community, curation is a big thing. The 5 replies a day thing is a fun little initiative I put out there to challenge people to try to do. There's lots of little things that all of us could do to try to keep this thing going here if we are wanting to do that. I mean, I love this community. I'm grateful for it. I'm happy to be here. I don't want to see it go away, so I want to, show that interaction to these people that are creating that content. Even if it's just a reply, it doesn't have to be monetary rewards. It can just be a comment, a reply, things like that. Let's see. I'll scroll back there. I know people have been making a lot of comments in the chat, so thank you to all of you who are hanging out here with us. Most people seem to have the sentiment that, curation is important. Let's see. People, of course, have opinions on the bid bots. Some good, some not so good. That's a whole thing in itself. Let's see. If anybody has, comments or questions they want to make, feel free to do so in the chat. We'll try to give some shout-outs to some people here. What do people think? Is curation important to you? Because I'm kind of gathering some feedback here and going to speak to some other curators about this and see what they think. And, because I've seen some curators getting discouraged. They think that it's not worth it to be out there. And I don't like seeing that, in my own opinion. That's discouraging to me to see that they're not feeling like helping. And it's like, I understand, it's been a long time. Some of us have been curating like literally every day for the last year.
Yes.
And it's been crazy. I mean, we're out in this, going through posts like literally every day. And, it's rewarding when those people, like I love it when I do a curation blog for MSP and then I see one of those people actually join the server, actually get going and chatting with people, making those connections. Like, for me, that's very rewarding because I'm hoping that means that I helped that person in their Steam journey. And it all started with me going out and looking for their post and actually finding it. I'd never seen their content before. And, hopefully because I left them a reply and told them about MSP, that trickles back here to them joining the server and making friends and everything. So, I mean, it really can change people's lives in a way, so...
Yeah, and instead of, just looking at your own feed, try the new tag. Just once a day, have a look at it. Maybe you will find something amazing.
In the challenge we put out last week, it was 5 replies a day. And I know that might be a lot for people, and of course, this is just for fun. But if people are interested in that, I did a post on that last week, and or I guess it was earlier this week. But, it's just a fun little thing to try to do, and I try to challenge myself to actually do it. Like, I didn't do my 5 replies today. I got to go do that, and and just go. It makes me want to go back out and look for new content to comment on. So, just something fun.
I started that cute. Like, I did 5 replies. Oh, I even did 6 or 7, and then I lost track of it again.
Yeah, we all have our days. We have our days.
Yeah.
We get busy. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying do this while you're at work or whatever. Do it in your free time. But if you're surfing on Steemit or on Busy or whatever platform you use, take the time. If you actually click into a post and look at it, actually leave them a comment or reply. I think that would be cool if more people started doing that.
I like your post. Nope.
I mean, honestly, if they mean it and it's not some kind of a copy and paste spam thing from some spam account, well, that's fine. I don't care if you only say I like your post, but you can usually tell if it's something that's been copy and pasted a bazillion times on every post under the sun, you know. Yeah, try to make it a little more than just something super generic.
Yes. I try that. Sometimes it's just really hard for me to leave replies. I read so many things. If I have to leave replies on every post that I read, oh my gosh, I wouldn't be able to do my projects anymore. I wish I would, and I don't leave the replies because I would have to copy and paste replies to leave a reply on every post, and that's not what I want to do.
Right. Yeah, I agree. So, you know, that kind of rounds out the curation topic for this week. Of course, Poetic Snake and I are both active curators on the Steem platform. You know, she has her You Got Snacked curation project, which does compilations twice a week, so certainly check those out on her blog. I'm currently curating with Minnow Support Project and You Got Snacked. My Minnow Support Project compilation usually comes out on Thursday evening, so it'll be tomorrow night. And I feature 5 new Steemians every week, new Introduce Yourself posts. And so check those out if you'd like. Great curation initiatives. Of course, under the MSP-Curation tag, there are multiple people doing curation for Minnow Support Project, so you can see the posts being re-steamed there. Again, that's at MSP-Curation on Steemit. So, and there's, you know, different people doing different types of tags and subjects and things that they're curating. So, you know, if you're looking to support some original content, those are great places to look. And again, You Got Snacked is the other one for Poetic Snake, and that's right on her Steemit profile at Poetic Snake.
Yes, and I just shared the link to the Discord server as well.
Perfect.
Feel free to join if you want. It's a growing community. It's not all about curation. It's also about connections and contests and podcasts. So join if you feel free. Just feel free to join.
And, you know, as active curators, you know, of course, we always mention that, you know, if people do have Steem power that they feel could be utilized in other ways, if you are interested in delegating, certainly let us know. You can always send us a DM. We usually have delegation links in the show post as well that has the audio, so you can find them there. You know, Steem power delegations are always greatly appreciated, you know, because we actually are going out every day and voting original content all the time. So, you know, if you've got Steem power that you feel that could be utilized to help the community, try delegating to curators, you know, and you don't have to delegate to us. You can delegate to other projects or other communities or whatnot. But the curators who are active out there, I think if more people supported them, you know, then these reward votes that might be lower today would be a bit higher. You know, because there are people there's accounts out there I know that have Steem power that's just kind of sitting there, right? Maybe they're not active because they're saying, oh, well, the prices are lower, I don't feel like using it. Well, this is a great time to maybe delegate and to support other projects and other curators and things like that. So that's something always to consider. We just try to put that out there.
Yeah, and it's highly appreciated, obviously.
So, you are listening to Ma1ne Snekky here on MSPWaves. Main event here with you, Poetic Snake, and we're hanging out with the Hive tonight. How you doing, Hive? You still with us?
Yep, I'm here. We don't go away that easy.
Awesome. Joining us from, it was Ireland, right?
Yep.
Awesome. So it's great to have him here with us and all of you who are chatting and listening to the show. We greatly appreciate it. If you'd like to be a guest on the show sometime, just send myself, Main Event, or Poetic Snake a message either on Discord or Steem.chat. You can also leave a reply on one of our posts and just let us know that you'd like to be on the show sometime. We always welcome people who'd like to jump on and be a guest. You can be someone who's already been on the show before. Returning guests are always welcome. We love hearing your opinions. We love learning about your projects and just the things you're experiencing here on the Steem blockchain. So
yeah, and it doesn't matter if you've been here like 3 weeks, 1 week, 6 months, or 2 years. If you're a curator, a blogger, a witness, we love to hear your story. We would like to have you as a guest on our show.
So yes, contact us soon if you'd like to be on the show. It's not so scary, is it, Hive?
It's pretty easy, really.
I still find it scary to be with you, Ma1ne.
That's understandable. It's understandable.
Yeah. I always fear that one day you will say, "I fire you."
No way.
You know? Oh.
It might be more scary if my name began with NOP or something like that, because I'm between the two of you. But I'm on the outside. I can run.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, and if anybody,
Run as fast as you can.
What's that, Snekky?
Oh, I said run as fast as you
yes.
can.
Yes. Well, guys, let's kind of turn it over to the audience here and see what they have happening. If anybody's got a project or a post or an event that they've got going on, I see Shadows Pub is mentioning that there's a witness chat in the Steemit Ramble on Saturday. So if that's something you want to listen to, you can listen to some of the Steem witnesses chat about some various topics, I'm sure, in the Steemit Ramble. And Shadows Pub, if you can still hear me, feel free to share your Discord server link in the chat and what time the show is on.
Yeah, who was chatting this week?
Yeah, feel free to let us know that as well. Which witnesses are planning to attend. That would be great to hear. And if anybody's got, something that they've been working on, I mean, this is like your one chance. You can share a link in Discord. Mods, stand down. Stand down, mods. All right. If anybody, I'm not going to, this isn't upvotes. This isn't anything like that. But if you've got, and if you're going to share a link, though, you have to put a description. You got to tell us what it is and why you wrote that post so that I can mention it here. That'll be the rules.
Yes.
Miguel's like, so you only have this chance. Yes, because normally this is no posting.
No, we normally don't do that.
But, if people have something they want to mention here, feel free. This will be a chance for people to see some content here. So yes, Shadows Pub's mentioning the witness talk that's this Saturday. I think she's going to probably share the link here hopefully soon and a little more details. So if that's something you're interested in, just keep an eye out for that. Let me think. What other things are happening? Of course, everybody can always check out MSPWaves.com, see the full schedule of all the different shows that are live here on MSP Waves. Again, that's MSPWaves.com. There it is. There's the invitation to the Ramble. Oh, it's an open invitation to all witnesses to attend. Absolutely. Okay, cool. And it says it's 11 a.m. Eastern, it looks like, and 3 p.m. UTC.
And I have been to a few of them to listen, and it is always very interesting to hear them talk about different subjects about the platform. So if you want to learn more about what the witnesses do and stuff and what's going on, attend it. It's really cool.
Yeah, those group discussions are always great. They're starting to happen more and more in different communities, and I think it's a good thing. I think it's great that the witnesses are willing to talk to the community and tell what is on their minds and what they're working on, because not everybody's aware of all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes to make this blockchain run. So hearing the witnesses talk about it is always very interesting.
Yeah, I always like to listen. You always, you learn something new, and that's cool. Oh, Snook shared a link.
Snook is saying there's a new app that has been found that makes it really easy to make podcasts. That's really interesting. So if that's something you might be interested in, Snook has shared a link in the chat. Again,
I need to learn how to make a podcast.
I know. We both need to figure out how to make this podcast awesome again, right? Just kidding. I think it is pretty awesome. What do you guys think?
I like it.
We enjoy it.
And Mendelsage shared a link as well to one of his Mandala. Sorry. Oh, that looks amazing. Wow, he always makes the most amazing mandalas, and he never shows them to me anymore before he posts, because I see things. But they are so awesome. Check them out. He makes them with a matte formula, I think. I'm not sure if he uses that for every mandala that he creates. Do you use matte with it all the time, Mendel? Let us know in chat.
Huh. Yeah, no, that is really interesting and cool looking.
Yeah, they look amazing. The last one he made, well, not the last one, but I saw a fly in it, and it was so amazing. Matte formulas.
Use what with what?
Am I talking weird again? Yes, maths. Yes. No, not math.
No. That's not what we're referring to.
Oh dear.
That's funny.
It's getting late here, so yeah, I might say some weird stuff. So sorry, people.
Mm-hmm.
MATHS.
But now, if anybody else has a post they want to share, or a project, or something like that that's happening, or if any of the MSPWaves DJs are here and they want to mention their show, go ahead, and we can give you a shout out here.
Plugging time.
Shamelessly. I'm not sure if Saipan's on after us. I think that's the plan, and then Ma1ne will be on later this evening, so stick around for that.
And that's the cool thing about MSPWaves. The shows here are all made by Steemians.
All right. Rondon says he is. So, yes, Saipan should be coming up next with the Dancing Dreamers show. So if you're into, electronic dance music and the culture and the concerts and all that stuff that goes on, he talks about that, and I believe plays some music too. So that'll be next here on MSPWaves. Again, of course, you can check out the full schedule on MSPWaves.com. And between the live shows, they play the Steem Mix, which is really cool also because it's music that's all created by Steemians. So, tell your friends about MSPWaves if you haven't yet. I mean, I know a lot of people know about it and things like that, but I'm surprised still to the number of people that when I mention it in other servers, they don't know about it. And so, if you enjoy listening to this show and others here on MSPWaves, try to do some re-steaming on, when you see the DJs doing show posts and things. I believe a lot of them do get re-steamed on the MSP-Waves account on Steemit a lot. So, you can always find them there. Of course, the D-Live links are a cool thing to re-steam as well, because that actually gets people listening and things like that. So, do what you can to support the different DJs here on MSPWaves, and of course, MSPWaves itself. And let's see here. All right, Mandel Sage is mentioning your snack together, Snekky, if you want to read that one.
Also, on Friday, we have the Snack Together on the You Got Snack server, a podcast for anyone and everyone to make friends, tell stories, laugh, and just to get to know each other, 5 p.m. UTC. And I will be a little bit late Friday, but support Mandel Sage because he has to open.
He can do it. He's got this.
Oh, and it's so much fun. We did 2 now, and we do these sing-alongs, and it's just hilarious. It's so sad that you're still working, Maine, when we do that.
Yeah.
You should sing.
Yeah. No, Fridays I'm working during the day, so that's just life. at least until if Steam hits like $20, then maybe I won't have to work, but I don't know.
I think you should just take an hour off and join, just because.
On my lunch break.
we do so many things together. You should be there. I cannot, stress it enough. Take an hour off. Or joining sneakingly on your job.
I like to just listen sometimes too, though. I don't have to be the one talking.
Well, you can listen to the recordings.
That's true.
Yes.
So check that out. That'll be Friday. And if anybody else, like I said, that's listening, if you've got a show that you want to mention, or a project or something like that you want to mention, now's your chance. We've got a few more minutes here left of the show. Again, we appreciate all of you who have taken the time to tune in.
Oh, it's that time again.
What's that?
It's already 1:50 here. That means almost
Yep.
over.
10 more minutes left. And then
it goes so fast.
We will hand it off to Saipan after that. So
shake our hips.
Yes. And of course, if anybody's interested in MSPWaves and you're interested in maybe doing a show, you just of course have to commit to doing that show each and every week at the same time. And certainly let them know if that's something you're interested in doing.
I'd do it, but I could probably only fill half a show.
And Shadows mentioned the Words with Witty show right after the Snack Together on Friday.
Yes, but that's again in the Ramble.
Right, that's in the Steemit Ramble.
Yes, it's right after us. Yeah.
Yes, in the Steemit Ramble. Hive, what were you saying? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. Saipan, what's up? Great to have you.
Ooh, Saipan in the house.
Good to see you back, buddy. I know you've had some things going on and whatnot, so it's great to see you back. It's been a busy summer for a lot of people. People have been having some life-changing events. People have been under the weather. They've been dying of heat. They've been it's been crazy this summer, but we're all still here and having fun, aren't we?
I'm having fun. Are you?
I am, yes. We talked about, it was last week, right, that we talked about the Steam Burnout, right?
Oh, yes.
I mean, that's a real thing. So go back and listen to that show if you're ever feeling the Steam Burnout feeling. And probably people are feeling it right now with these lower prices. I don't know. But it's real. It exists. And we all go through it from time to time. And, the biggest thing is to just take a break and huddle through, and just come back with a fresh mind, because the people here are wonderful, and sometimes we all just need a break because of various reasons. So that was a fun topic that we talked about last week. So if that's something you're interested in, you can always go back and listen to the show from last week.
If you're taking a break, though, give yourself a date to come back. Don't say you're taking a break and you'll get back to it whenever. If you're taking a break from Thursday, say you're back in there on Monday as if it was a real job.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that. The first time I took a break, I didn't set a date for myself, and I was away for like 2 or 3 months. So if you do take a break, yes, it's a good thing to say, I will be back then, and keep yourself to that. And a break is never a bad thing. I mean,
no.
There is an outside. It's good to be outside somewhere. Get some fresh air. Get inspiration. Do it.
You might even get a new topic to write about and a new hobby to keep you writing about it.
I just saw something in the chat. It was kind of funny. No, but a big shout out to everybody who is tuning in. We all greatly appreciate it. As we always say, we do this show for you, the community, and so we're always welcome to your feedback, to your show topic ideas. If there's a particular topic you'd like us to talk about on the show that's kind of related to the Steam community, certainly let us know. If there's a guest that you think we should interview on the show, let us know. I have been reaching out to a few people that I feel would be some wonderful interviews if we could get them on the show. So I'm hoping they'll get back to me soon and let me know. We keep saying someday we're going to try to get Ned on the show. Someday.
Yes, I want to have Ned on the show so badly.
Well, before you wrap up, I'd like to say thank you for having me on the show and letting me speak my few words and ramble on when I did. I hope I shared some ideas or opinions that people haven't heard before too, and may take one or two of them on board.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So again, that's at the Hive. We of course do appreciate you taking the time to join us today, all the way from Ireland. That's really cool. I don't know how many Steemians we've ever had on the show that were actually from Ireland, so that's really cool.
I've met a couple, and I've met a few more online in Steemit, so we are around.
I'm sure they are, yes. So, no, thank you. We do really appreciate you taking the time to join us. You're welcome anytime. So, thank you so much for joining us. And, of course, Snekky has shared the blog profile in the chat. So, yeah, check him out if you are interested. Artemis North saying, great show. Thanks, Poetic Snake and Main Event. Thank you, Artemis North. That was one of your shout-outs tonight, Hive.
Yeah, Artemis is pretty cool. If you have Snook and Artemis in the same room, you're going to be in giggles.
Absolutely awesome. Agree with that.
Former guests of the show as well, so
yeah,
big shout out to them. All right, everybody. Well, Snekky, we're winding it down here. We've got about 5 minutes left.
Oh no.
Let's see here. I think we touched on all the topics that I was going to mention tonight. Was there anything else, Snekky, that you wanted to mention here on the show?
No, you covered it all.
There's always more to talk about. There's always something to learn. But we hope you enjoy this show. Go ahead.
Apples are good?
I mean, you think they're good. I think they're good.
Yeah, see? So... well,
Snekky likes apples, by the way, folks, if you haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to sing Mandel Sage. Please don't do that.
Look at all these apples in the chat now.
Yay! Oh, I feel so loved.
But
it's
yes,
always amazing.
She loves apples, so anytime you want to show some love to Snekky, send her some apples.
Yes, if you love me, send me an apple.
And pancakes.
And pancakes, yes. Or pancakes and apples.
You like apple pancakes, Snekky?
Yes, I do.
Green apple because it's an Irish apple.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. And of course, we got the pineapple from Mandel Sage.
That's fun.
So wonderful.
All right, everybody. Well, you can certainly check us out on Steemit. If Snekky wants to share our blog links, that would be wonderful. Look at that. She's right on it.
Oh, I do my good job today.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so fast.
So those are our Steemit blog links. If you want to check those out, we, of course, appreciate it. I will be posting the show on my blog here shortly. So as soon as the show is over, I'll start writing the show post. So a little bit later this evening, there will be a post containing the full audio of tonight's show. And, of course, we appreciate any re-steams that we can do of those. Snekky has a show post that she puts out every week as well. So certainly give those a re-steam and a comment. We always appreciate it. And, again, thank you so much to everybody who takes the time to tune in to us each and every week. Let us know, though, on those show posts, some feedback. We want to know what you folks want to hear on the show, like what types of topics you'd like us to talk about. Again, whatever, if there's any guests that you think we should interview, if you yourself want to be on the show, let us know. I mean, we're here for you. The show is ever changing and always evolving, so.
Yes, and the feedback about the show is always welcome. We learn from it, so don't hold it back.
That's right, good or bad. I mean, if you think we suck, let us know. I mean, seriously. Yes. I mean, that's the only way we can get better, right? So, hopefully we don't, though. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show, and I think you do. We get some pretty positive feedback in the comments and in the chat rooms and whatnot. So, we enjoy doing the show. We're here for you. So, send us a message sometime if you'd like to be on the show, and we'd be happy to chat with you.
Yes, absolutely. And we would love to have everybody on the show. Well, not all at the same time. That would be kind of hard to do. But, every story is different, and every story brings something. So don't be shy or tell yourself that you're not worth being on the show, because you are. Every story is cool. If you're new, old, come and share it with us. We would love to hear from you.
And, of course, our disclaimer, everything you heard on this show tonight was strictly just our opinions. This is not financial advice. We are not financial experts of any kind or experts of anything, so please don't take anything we say on this show as any kind of financial advice. And MSPWaves and its owners take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the show hosts or our guests. Statements and show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of MSPWaves, and the material you hear on Ma1ne Snekky is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only.
Always do your own research.
That is right. Always do your own research, folks. This is just for our entertainment and opinion only. So, but we appreciate all of you joining us. Snekky, say one last goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
All right, everybody. Stick around for Saipan here on MSPWaves. Again, check out the full schedule on MSPWaves.com. This is Main Event and Poetic Snake saying good night, everybody. We'll see you next Wednesday on MSPWaves.